Finally, meme review comes to life, and we're actually going to play the card game that has done irreparable damage to the sociocultural fabric of the online community. But social commentary aside, today we're going to be trying out Marvel Snap. Did I get it? This is a fast-paced, 6-turn only, simultaneously played at the same time card game. That's right, these duels, battles, exhibitions, they last only 6 turns, so there's no waiting around for, no joke, 37-minute combos. Let me give you a super quick primer on how to play, and let's jump into some games. Playing Marvel Snap. What did it cost? Yeah, a reasonable amount of hashtag ad sponsorship. Before you go, just listen to the rules real quick before you cast judgment. First and foremost, you have a resource called energy. You start with 1 and it accumulates by a further 1 every turn, and you spend that energy by playing cards with that associated cost. Now, every card in Marvel Snap has an associated power alongside it. The goal is to end the game with more power than your opponent. Now, the board is basically 3 separate mini battlefields. These are your locations, and what you're trying to do is win those locations by playing cards in those areas so that the total power of your characters are higher than your opponent's. This is all tallied up at the end of the 6 turns, and whoever takes 2 out of the 3 locations is the winner. Both players choose which cards to use at the start of their turn, and when you're both done, they're flipped over and all of the various abilities and effects trigger and pop off. That, in a very basic nutshell, is the objective of the game. Take most of the locations by having more power in those locations, and you win. And of course, this is going to have all sorts of synergies, gameplay, and strategy in between. You have characters that can double the power of your entire zone. You can use Venom, for example, to consume your own characters so that he absorbs their power, and then the absorbed characters do things when they die, creating a bunch of synergies and combos. Now, a large part of the strategy, thinking, planning ahead, comes from choosing your zones. If you feel like the middle location is a lost cause, maybe it's better to lose the battle but win the war by focusing your characters on the other locations. You can try and predict and make reads on which locations your opponent is going to play into, and then play characters accordingly. Shang-Chi, for example, can destroy all characters with power 10 or higher in its location, providing that you anticipate that your opponent will massively buff all of their guys in that location. And further than that, the locations themselves do wacky things. There's basic stuff like characters without any special abilities that get extra power. There's a location that gives minus power to everything inside of it. Lots of different kiss curse style effects and synergies and anti-synergies that you can try bluff and mind game with your opponent. Now, what I do really like about this game is the simplicity. It's short, it's fast, it's quick, easy to pick up. I finished the tutorial and understood pretty much 90% of the mechanics in about 10 minutes. The real complexity of the game comes from the strategies itself, knowing when and where to put your characters. There is a little bit of a learning curve with how the end of turn big reveal works, because there's ongoing effects, end of turn effects, and on reveal effects that all sort of trigger at different moments, kind of like how you would normally be accustomed to terms like, for example, mandatory optional, ignition, trigger, but it has been fairly simple to get a basic understanding of the overall objective and how to play at the basic level. If this sounds like a cool, fun, interesting, unique way to play a card game, check the description down below and use my code and link to try and download this yourself for free today. And of course, you all know how these free-to-play games work. A whole boatload of currency and resources front-loaded for new players and fresh accounts so that you can jump into playing a meta deck pretty much immediately. So, without further ado, let's see how my personal experience went. Alright, we're gonna hop into some games here and try out what I've been asked kindly to do for you guys. That is the Grand Arena. I'm told it is like, is it a 4-way type of duel? Some kind of thing like that. Choose your champion for the Grand Arena. Each champion has a pre-built deck you can play or build your own. Begin every game with 2 energy. Champion in the skill start in the hand. Can't be discarded. Use tickets to play arena matches, earn glory and XP. It's like arena in other games that you might have seen in various other incarnations, so kind of familiarity there. Okay, I am Mr. Fantastic. There is a turn 7 this game. Where are we thinking? I like right zone. No particular reason. No logic to it. Just like the right. After turn 4, whoever is winning here draws 2 cards. Oh, I mean, there's no shot, right? Like, we just have to take that zone immediately. Yeah, there's just... Yeah, we're going all in on Asgard. It is what it is. Now, the problem is that the adjacent zones get a little bit more power here. So it's kind of like, feels like a waste to not get some benefit out of it. Has the ongoing effects of your 1, 2, and 3 cost cards here. Ongoing effects of your 1, 3, ongoing adjacent. That's kind of nice, actually. 6 power there, or the Omega Reed. This one's a little bit risky, so I'm going to go with the Moonstone in the middle. And that is going to give us massive power across multiple locations here. Has the ongoing effects of your 1, 2, and 3 cost cards here. 1, 2, 3 cost. Right, okay, so it's more power on this side as well. So this is the most important turn here, because this is where we draw 2. But the thing is, like, with the limited, like, energy cost, perhaps, like, card advantage isn't as important. So we got 5 energy to spend this turn. Iron Man just seems like the play, right? Just a 5 curve in the middle to immediately double power and guarantee Asgard, which kind of guarantees Limbo as well. So, yeah, we're going all in on mid, it seems.
I am Iron Man.
All right, 14. So is this like a double-double type of thing with Moonstone? Okay, what do you do? Afflict all enemy cards here with a -1 power on reveal, and she's got 8 power by herself. Oh my god, if you're winning here, it's possibly to other locations. I guess we go 4 and 2. I don't know if it's a mistake to, like, drop the vault here. Essentially, just accept that we're losing the vault. But it looks kind of decent for us. Add this card's power to your back row cards. Can I add this card's power to your back row cards? Okay, so I guess we go like this and then claw. So that she boosts claw, right? I think that's how that would work. Right? Am I understanding that correctly? The location to the right has +7 power as well, by the way. So, like, yeah, no, this is a final turn here. I think this is a nice, easy dub. Math could be wrong here, but I think we've managed to take this down. Unless.
Is power.
50. 44. Took it down in the Grand Arena on my first game. Let's go. All right, not bad, not bad. Let's collect some rewards and see what we got here. Okay, sick. 100% win rate in the Grand Arena. What can I say, you know? It's transferable skills in terms of the card game abilities here. Okay, so these are the champions, I guess. You get their pre-built decks. So who do we have here? Can I, like, check out their, like, power? Is that Carnage? I don't even need to read it, but we're taking Carnage. I'm sorry. One fact, didn't mention it in the primer, little information sort of dump, but there's, I think, 12 cards in a deck. It's a low number. It's 3, 6, 9, 12. There's 12 cards. That's genuinely incredible. Oh, we got 2 Raptors here. Destroy your other cards here, +2 power for each destroyed. So this is perfect. Add 2 Raptors on each side of this location. Yeah, so I mean, we're just gonna stick Carnage down here. Destroy these like mini Raptors. Pop, gain their power in the process. And that's going to slowly buff Null and Death here. Next turn, the next card you play here is destroyed. When this is destroyed, return it to your hand. It costs 0. So, yeah, we can dump him there. So, yeah, I guess we just dump Sabretooth here. So this is curving out significantly better. And adding it back to the hand for 0 cost is really huge for next turn.
Yes.
Am I in a Carnage mirror match? I'm in a Carnage mirror match. That's hilarious. Costs 1 less for each card destroyed this game. This is a totally free card we can drop. So the thing we want to think about now is perhaps going into a nice little combo here. It doesn't curve nicely on 4. I'm going to put all of these here. And then we're going to move Maximum Carnage here. So what should happen now is Carnage is going to move here, destroy everything, and just go mega large. And then, of course, we get the Sabretooth back to our hand for next turn. Did I just do a wacky combo? We get the Sabretooth back. We gain the power here. And that felt very underwhelming. That was maybe not correct. Okay, that's, yeah, okay. So I definitely want to maybe, like, go for an 8 here. This is where maybe some of the ruling, like, complexity comes into play, because ideally, this merges last. So on reveal, like, which order are these going to trigger? I guess, is it just sequential, like 1, 2, 3 here? So Venom eats this. Sabretooth goes back to my hand, and then Hulkbuster triggers, eats Venom, or merges with Venom, and then he gains his power. Is that a good play? I generally don't know. So maybe we just do this, and then maybe stick a Sabretooth, like, here. I just want to put Sabretooth here just so I can check if it actually does destroy. Okay, that's a big Venom. This is the biggest Knull I've ever seen, by the way. Oh my god, it's Spider-Man! There he goes. Alright, final turn. I mean, we've got Voromir, so we just guarantee Voromir. And then for sure, like, take Knull over here. Ooh, he's copying Venom. He's sticking him into Voromir. That is... Oh, that's... Oh, so the Venom combo is how you win the game. Good little learning curve there. Alright, so the copy of Zola is pretty much the combo of this deck, it seems like. I'm not too mad about that. Clearly, this seems like a deck that requires like a full game's worth of comboing and planning out. It really seems like it's the deck that you have to kind of think the entire game through, like from beginning to end. That's an interesting curve. And I can already see exactly what you're supposed to be trying to aim for on 5-6. Well, I used my Zola too early, essentially. It's clearly a final turn type of card rather than the Knull. Although Knull is also really important as well, it seems like. That's at least my interpretation from it. I'm not an expert, obviously, by any stretch of the imagination. This is my second game. But this has been really fun. But that's me for now. I'm going to wrap it up here. Again, if you enjoyed this and you had a great time, please check the description down below and download this game via my link. It's free to play, and you do get a ton of stuff front-loaded to you. The Grand Arena is very new player friendly, it seems, in the sense that you get these pre-built decks that you can just hop in with. So you're not going to just be stomped with like some massive pay-to-win, like bulldozer, like meta-destroying tank. But yeah, thank you so much for the sponsor. It's been a pleasure. Hope you guys enjoyed this little different kind of video. Peace out, and see you next time.